Shari, who has been on an absolute roll lately. From what we've seen, she's been working nonstop, traveling from New York to Los Angeles, Maryland, DC, and even attending movie premieres. She's been doing her TikTok lives, trying on new outfits, showing off her products, and just making moves in a way that proves she is her own boss. Whether it's her kids, Mariah and Boss Baby, modeling tennis outfits on her website, or her own 7th Avenue beauty line, Melody has been building her empire while keeping her family at the center of it all. And what's really inspiring is that she does all of this while still being a mom first, showing people that you can balance work, family, and personal growth without sacrificing one for the other. There has been a lot of conversation around whether Melody got approval to post her daughters in their outfits online, and some people were curious if Martell would have had a say in it. But Melody has always been clear about empowering her kids and showing them the value of their own creativity. Mariah and Boss Baby have been shining in those outfits, and fans are loving seeing them represent their mom's brand. It's a simple yet powerful message. Kids can have fun, showcase their talents, and still be protected while doing it. Melody has done an incredible job creating that space, and it really shows how far she's come since all the drama with Martell and Arian Curry. Speaking of Arian Curry, let's not forget what role she played in all this. She tried to position herself in the spotlight for years, being involved with Martell Holt and even having a child with him. But her choices have kept her tied to Martell's drama, and she's never been able to step out and shine in her own way. Meanwhile, Melody has taken everything she went through, the betrayal, the challenges, the constant comparisons, and turned it into power. Melody's life has become about success, joy, and providing for her kids while also maintaining her dignity. Watching her now, attending Fashion Week, accepting awards, and running her business, you can see the contrast clearly. Melody proves that character, persistence, and integrity will always outshine someone who only chases a man or a fleeting moment of fame. Martell Holt, on the other hand, has been navigating his own challenges. Fans have seen him trying to rebuild his image, attending charity events, basketball games, and trying to appear as though he's doing the right thing. But the truth is, Martell has a long history of reckless behavior, jumping on people's faces, throwing pillows, disrespecting staff and cast members, and even threatening producers like Carlos King. And yet, he's never been removed from the show, which makes fans question the system and why someone with his behavior gets to continue on TV. There's a lot to unpack about his so-called good guy image because it doesn't line up with what people have witnessed behind the scenes. Even now, he's using LLCs to build houses, allegedly trying to distance himself from accountability while still trying to maintain control over certain aspects of his public image. Meanwhile, Melody keeps moving. She's on top of her game, running her business, handling TikTok lives, packing orders for her products, and keeping her children involved in positive ways. Her beauty products, from body scrubs to oils, are becoming highly sought after, and fans are sharing how much they love the results. She's proving that when you focus on your purpose and your passion, you create opportunities that no drama or negativity can take away. Melody is an example of how prioritizing your family, your career, and yourself can lead to success, even after major setbacks. The other cast members, like Marcel Scott and Letitia Scott, Maurice and Kimmy Scott, have also been navigating the landscape of love and marriage Huntsville, trying to maintain their friendships, business connections, and personal boundaries. You can see the dynamics clearly. Martell begging for friendships, trying to reconnect with people he burned bridges with, while Melody stands tall, independent, and thriving. It's such a contrast, and it really shows the value of self-respect and knowing your worth. No grown woman should be begging for friendship or attention, and Melody proves that every day by just being herself. There's also the question of Arian Curry and her behavior on the show. She has been called out for being disrespectful, ungrateful, and constantly in competition with Melody. Despite all of her efforts to get a spot on television, she has never been able to match Melody's success or integrity. She has had to watch from the sidelines as Melody's career and family continue to flourish. And the reality is that choices have consequences. Arian's decisions to stay tied to Martell rather than build her own identity are keeping her from moving forward. This is one of the key reasons fans say she is facing the consequences of her actions. It's not just karma, it's a reflection of how lack of character and poor decisions can limit your life. Now, let's circle back to Melody and her empire. She's not just a mom, she's a businesswoman, a creator, and an example of resilience. Her 7th Avenue beauty line has become more than just products, it's a statement. Fans love sharing reviews about the scrubs, oils, and lotions, raving about how much they feel empowered and confident when using them. Melody has turned her experiences into motivation. Melody's focus on family, business, and personal growth shows that she doesn't need to fight or argue to be seen. She sets boundaries and doesn't let the drama dictate her life. Martell, on the other hand, keeps inserting himself into drama, whether it's threatening others, attending events to salvage his image, or trying to reconnect with people he alienated. The difference in outcomes couldn't be clearer. Melody thrives, Martell scrambles. It's a lesson in how your choices, your energy, and your integrity determine the life you end up with. The other side of this story also involves the public who continue to watch every move. Fans celebrate Melody's wins and call out Martell's mistakes. They see when Ariani tries to step into the spotlight and fails, and they see how Melody continues to build without ever needing to prove herself. Social media has amplified these stories, giving fans a closer look at what's happening behind the cameras. It's not just entertainment, it's a real lesson in life, showing that character, patience, and effort always win over shortcuts, manipulation, or drama. From Melody's beauty line to her kids modeling on her website, attending Fashion Week, and walking red carpets, she continues to show that being a mother, a businesswoman, and a role model can go hand in hand. Martell's actions, on the other hand, serve as a cautionary tale. From jumping on cast members, threatening staff, using LLCs to manipulate finances, and begging for friendships, he continues to highlight what happens when choices are driven by ego rather than integrity. I could go on and on about the differences between Melody's approach to life and Martell's, but the key takeaway is this. Melody has built a life where she thrives, inspires, and empowers others, including her children. Martell is constantly reacting, trying to regain control and dealing with the consequences of his past behavior. And Arian Curry, she's still trying to find her place, but the reality is that she has a lot of catching up to do, not just in terms of public image, but in terms of integrity and personal growth. Now, let's dive deeper into the journey of Melody Shari, because there's so much to unpack. While some people might focus on the drama with Martell Hull or the chaos surrounding Arian Curry, Melody is busy turning her life into a blueprint for success. She's teaching fans that no matter what distractions or negativity you face, staying consistent in your vision pays off. Melody's TikTok lives, her product launches, and her travel schedule all show how committed she is to building an empire while keeping her kids at the forefront. And don't forget Boss Baby and Mariah. These girls aren't just following their mom, they're learning valuable lessons about entrepreneurship, creativity, and independence. That kind of early exposure will shape them into confident, capable adults, and it's something only a mother like Melody could orchestrate so beautifully. Melody's travel schedule has been intense. She's been attending high-profile events like New York Fashion Week, walking red carpets at movie premieres, and even preparing to accept awards. Fans have seen her share these moments online, and each post reminds viewers that she's not just surviving, she's thriving. And what's amazing is that she manages all of this while still packing orders for her 7th Avenue beauty line, responding to customers, and keeping her products from scrubs to oils deliver real results. This level of multitasking, focus, and commitment is inspiring, and it's why people keep coming back to support her. Melody isn't just a TV personality, she's a role model for what it looks like to balance business, family, and personal growth at the same time. And speaking of support, let's talk about how fans are responding. Fans are raving about the Boss Baby and Mariah modeling their tennis outfits on Melody's website. There's nothing complicated here, just a mom letting her kids shine and represent her brand in a positive, safe way. Some may question if Martell had to approve it, but Melody has always shown she's capable of making smart, responsible decisions for her family. The girls are cute, confident, and learning that they can express themselves through fashion and creativity. And this is just another example of how Melody balances motherhood with entrepreneurship. She's teaching her children the value of independence and self-expression, while also showing that you don't have to compromise your integrity to succeed. Now, let's shift focus to Martell Hull, because his story runs in sharp contrast to Melody's. While Melody is busy building, Martell seems to be navigating chaos, controversy, and constant scrutiny. Fans have seen him jump on cast members, throw pillows, and even threaten staff like Carlos King. And yet, despite all of this, Martell remains on the show, which raises questions about accountability. It's clear that he has a history of reckless